Rhea Ripley sounds off on treatment of female WWE stars. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Rhea Ripley took to social media to highlight how WWE fans are finicky when it comes to the female talent. The Eradicator didn't hold back and called out the WWE universe for comments made online about female wrestlers, irrespective of their success in the ring. The former Women's World Champion has had an illustrious career so far and is considered one of the top stars in WWE. The Eradicator posted a message on X, where she blamed the WWE universe for the backlash and criticism female stars receive. She further added how that was a main cause for female wrestlers not being taken seriously. Women's wrestling fan, women deserve better. Same breath. She's sleeping with her boss, that's why she's where she is. She should retire. She doesn't deserve it. She's handed everything and never worked for anything. I hope she gets injured. You guys are the real reason it's so difficult to be taken seriously as a women's wrestler. If you put as much effort into your own miserable lives as you put into degrading successful women, then maybe you would accomplish something yourself. Ripley wrote on her account on X. The former Women's World Champion got a positive reaction from fans on her post, with the majority of them standing by her side and calling out the fans who made comments against female wrestlers. 2024 was a turbulent year for the former Women's World Champion, who missed significant time due to injuries and had to vacate her title as well. Ripley opened up about her struggles in an interview with Wide World of Sports and explained how they helped her grow mentally and learn how to deal with those situations. It definitely was a mental struggle and also a physical struggle. It was just injuries flying left and right, but I learned a lot about myself in that I can pretty much overcome whatever is in my way, and that's such a strong thing to realize, Ripley said. The Eradicator had to deal with injuries to her shoulder and her eye, but came back stronger and managed to regain the Women's World Championship in early January, holding it for nearly 3 months before dropping it to IYO Sky. After failing to dethrone the Genius of the Sky at WrestleMania 41, Ripley is expected to get another title opportunity against the damaged CTRL leader. Rhea Ripley recently took to social media to express her frustration with the toxic criticism aimed at women's wrestling. In a scathing post, Mommy called out fans who blame female wrestlers for their own struggles while tearing down their success. She highlighted the baseless speculation she faces whenever she achieves something significant, including accusations of favoritism and personal relationships. A reaction like this only highlighted the toxicity involved with the wrestling fanbase towards female superstars. Taking to X, the Eradicator shared an unfiltered post addressing the hypocrisy of some wrestling fans. Ripley emphasized that this kind of double standard is exactly why women's wrestling continues to struggle for respect. Women's wrestling fan, women deserve better. Same breath. She's sleeping with her boss, that's why she's where she is. She should retire, she doesn't deserve it. She's handed everything and never worked for anything. I hope she gets injured. You guys are the real reason it's so difficult to be taken seriously as a women's wrestler. If you put as much effort into your own miserable lives as you put into degrading successful women, then maybe you would accomplish something yourself. Ripley revealed that some people go as far as hoping she gets injured whenever she finds success in the company, adding to her growing frustration. Addressing the toxicity, Mommy advised these fans to stop obsessing over successful women and instead focus on improving their own lives. The former Women's World Champion has been garnering a lot of buzz on the internet since she posted this message. Moreover, toxic fans have long been a part of professional wrestling, but their behavior should never be normalized or encouraged. Recently, WWE legend John Cena also encountered a toxic fan who threw a plastic bottle at his face during an appearance. In that context, Ripley's message feels especially timely. It remains to be seen how this outspoken stance will impact her on-screen persona. Moving forward, Rhea Ripley's post has made waves across the professional wrestling world, sparking widespread discussion. Several talents have voiced their agreement with the Eradicator, standing in solidarity with her message. One such name was Shirai, who shared her candid reaction shortly after Ripley's post went viral online. Taking to X, the AEW star echoed Ripley's post, calling it an accurate reflection of the current situation in professional wrestling. Saraya is known for her candidness on such topics and recently spoke out about fans following her in public for pictures and autographs. In that sense, both wrestlers are addressing similar challenges they face with fans. Moreover, several other wrestling personalities also responded to Ripley's post, including Peter Rosenberg, who called it the truth. Overall, Ripley received mixed reactions from fans. Some agreed with her perspective, while others openly rejected her views. Rhea Ripley and IYO Sky scored a major victory on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. The duo teamed up to take on Julia and Roxanne Perez, aiming to put an end to their recent antics. While the veterans secured the win, tensions quietly simmered as Ripley appeared to set her sights on Sky's Women's World Championship after the match. Following Raw, Ripley sent a clear warning to the Japanese superstar. In a video shared by WWE, Ripley told Sky that she intends to take the Women's World title from her. Unfazed, the genius of the Sky smiled and assured the Eradicator that she will successfully defend her championship, for Ripley's sake. The two stars then exchanged smiles, highlighting the deep friendship they share both on and off screen. Mami has been teasing for weeks that her sights are set on the Women's World title, and sooner or later, she intends to take it from IYO Sky. At the same time, she continues to acknowledge her friendship with the Japanese superstar, adding an emotional and complex layer to their story. All of this builds to one big question. Will they choose championship gold or their bond? The former multi-time Women's World Champion took the app formerly known as Twitter to take aim at those that have presumably been leveling the exact lines of abuse she included in the following post. Though the post wasn't quoting something else, or in any other kind of direct response to a particular situation of strand of discourse taking place in the moment, it's safe to assume that the cumulative impact of receiving the above criticism, or seeing colleagues face a similar fate, had been enough for the Nightmare to feel the need to bat something back. The statement comes as Ripley finds herself almost 2 years into a run as one of the biggest stars in WWE, having been one of the key figures on Monday Night Raw since first turning heel and joining the Judgment Day in 2022. As the stable found itself at the center of just about everything by the end of the year, so too did Ripley as its unofficial leader. This ultimately resulted in a Royal Rumble victory, a year-plus-long title reign, and finally a babyface turn that only rocketed her further into superstardom. It also happens at a time that the long-awaited sequel to 2018's Evolution event seems set, with lots of rumors and reports suggesting it will take place this July. Ripley main evented this week's edition of Raw, teaming with current title holder IYO Sky to defeat Julia and Roxanne Perez. The show ended with her eyeballing the gold she lost to Sky earlier this year, though the two are seemingly maintaining their uneasy alliance for now.